What is the real difference between a $1 million home and a $1.5 million home in Vancouver? Because on paper, that's a $500,000 gap, but in this city, $500,000 doesn't always translate into what people expect. It's not the difference between entry level and luxury, and it's often the difference between compromise and optionality. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what $1 million buys you in Vancouver, and then we're going to compare it directly to what $1.5 million buys you in the same market under the same conditions. Just a clear side-by-side look at space, neighborhood, product type, and lifestyle. Because once you understand the difference between these two price tiers, you start to see how compressed Vancouver really is, and whether that extra $500,000 actually changes your day-to-day living experience in a meaningful way. And let's start at that $1 million mark. So let's pull up the MLS data on screen here. You can see the range here at $990,000 to $1.5 million. We have it at $990 because a lot of agents will price things just under that $1 million mark. So we want to make sure that we have those. We have everything from Vancouver East and Vancouver West in here, and it's producing 319 listings, and that's from condos to townhomes to duplexes. But we're going to want to put in some parameters here just because we can't go through all 300 of these listings. So what I have here is everything between 2 to 20 years old. If we would remove the age range here, you're going to have even more, and it's going to be a little bit overwhelming. So if we remove that, you have almost 700 options, and it just shows you how much product is on the market right now. So let's go for minimum 2 years, and let's go to 20. We do 2 just so that we don't have to deal with the GST. So there's 319 here, and we are going to do a little bit of a segment search because there is quite a bit of a gap. You can go anywhere from a 1-bedroom condo all the way to a duplex in this city. So let's go with the condo market first so you can see exactly what we can work with here. With apartments, you're at 237 units. We're going to break this down a little bit by the map search just so that we have a little bit more control here. So as we draw this out, we're going to use this same polygon for all segments. So we're going to draw this out from Kits all the way to Vancouver West to Vancouver East, and then the downtown market here. And we'll just do this for a little bit more control. And then we're going to search to see what this does here on our search criteria. So now we are down to 125 listings, and then this is just for apartments. So we're going to start with the lower tier here, make our way up to the top tier just so that you can see the difference. So on Melville Street here, you're going to see that this is on the top end of the range. It's right at 1.5 million. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,173 square feet, a 2007 build. And this one is nice because it actually has 2 parking stalls. So that's one thing, when you're looking at properties, and you can look at some of my old videos of what traps not to fall in when buying condos. If you're buying an older condo, you want to have 2 parking stalls ideally. A lot of times the newer ones, they only come with 1, some come with 0 now, but make sure that you get 2. You can see it's almost like a 50-50 spread. 2 parking, 1 parking, 2 parking, 1 parking, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. So it's not guaranteed. So let's take a look at this one in Melville. This one here is in Cole Harbor. I actually sent this listing to a client of mine. And what you're going to see is that it's had some renovations in here. So this one is a corner unit, pretty open concept for the year of 17 years old. And what I like about the unit here, you walk right into the floor plan. You're not having wasted square footage on the hallway itself. So you have a portion here for a TV. This is important because sometimes with these floor plans, they don't design it for a TV. So you have a space here and everything is looking out towards the views of Stanley Park. And you do have water views in this particular unit here. This is Stanley Park. And this is right on the seawall, so close seawall access as well. Cole Harbor, a little bit quieter of a community. Not everybody's cup of tea, but it is very quiet. And you still have a lot of the amenities in here. You do have a solarium space here that maybe you could convert into the main living space. Some buildings will allow you to do that, obviously with strata approval. But for the most part, a nice open concept unit here. This one has some amenities such as a pool and a hot tub that you can take in some of the city views. And you are surrounded in windows, which is quite nice. They've updated the bathroom in here, a really nice white and black color scheme, and some nice closet upgrades with the millwork as well. So this one has done some renovations, extensive renovations in there, and it has a nice size overall. The kitchen's upgraded and they have a lot of windows. So let's quickly just go forward to the floor plan, which I saw on here. So it's a little bit of a curve. That is a curved building. Sometimes that's not specifically 100% ideal, but you still have, it's not too harsh. And they're doing this so that you can have that availability for those views of the water. Everything here you can see is based around those views. So even in the primary bedroom here, you have those nice view corridors, and it extends all the way to that secondary bedroom. If this was more square, you're not going to be able to get some of this extra glass work. So, there's a push and pull here as a whole. So again, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, just under 1,200 square feet. Sorry, this is 19 years old, not 17 years old. And it has strata fees of $963 a month. Keep in mind, this is a little bit of an older building, and it has amenities, and it also is a little bit of a larger unit. Property taxes just over $4,400 as well. If we go back here and see what is the cheapest, when we stay to that $1 million mark here, we can still get a 2-bedroom. This is a 2-bedroom at 872 square feet. Usually if you're going with a 1-bed, it's either going to be in a luxury building or a quite high-end unit for a 1-bedroom. This 1-bedroom here is at 787 square feet. But let's check out a comparable 2-bedroom here. So as you get into this unit, this one is on Yaletown, so just essentially the other side of the city, in 78587 Nelson Street. So, for $500,000 less, and this is a good comparison to see if this is something that is worth it for you, for essentially $500,000 difference. Square footage is around 400 square feet less, sitting at 872 square feet. A 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 7 years old, so about 12 years newer. Property taxes aren't that much cheaper, about $500 less at $3,900. Strata fees at $637, so not a ton cheaper there either. So let's look into the unit and the floor plan as a whole. So as we get into these units here, you can see it's going to be, a little bit more integrated, a little bit more advanced in terms of some of the features that you may like. But again, that last one was renovated. It's not in original condition. So this is all integrated here with some higher end appliances. It does have the curvature in this building as well. And when we look at some of these units, and I referenced it on that last condo, it's sometimes hard to figure out where you're putting your TV. So they have a couch here, where do you put the TV here? Because sometimes you can mount it to the column. So these are some things that you want to stay in tune with. This table is quite close to the kitchen area, but it does have a spot for dining. And then you have all those windows. Again, they're trying to make the focal point of this unit. They're wanting to make sure that you have those windows with those corridors of Yaletown here. So as we go through here, the bedroom's a little bit on the smaller side. So those are things to keep aware of too. Newer builds are going to have smaller dimensions, not only in overall square footage, but also bedrooms. It does have a den and a flex space here, which is nice. And overall, some nice amenities in terms of features in the unit itself. Beautiful floor to ceiling tile here, and really a lot of nice features in the home itself. So if we look at parking, this one only has one parking, and in terms of a locker, it doesn't necessarily say if it has one or not. So that's something that's going to be very important to have. So that's a good comparison there too. $500,000 difference. I'd love to see in the comments which one you would rather have. If we go back to the criteria here, we take out the apartments and we start to look at, what can we get in the townhouse and the duplex side of things here. I do have some videos out, the differences between townhomes and duplexes. If you're thinking the differences, make sure you go in my back catalog. You'll be able to see those. It drops off here quite considerably in this location down to 23. So let's see exactly what we can get in the higher range and the lower range in this market for townhouses and duplexes. So we do have, let's start at the high end first. We do have one here on Prince Edward Street, right at that 1.5 mark. And this one is in Mount Pleasant, Vancouver East. Great location here, 1,300 square feet, just over 1,376. 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 7 years old, $4,400 in tax. So the same taxes at the same price point of that condo that we saw in Cole Harbor. And then the nice thing here, because it is a self-managed duplex, you're going to see there's no strata fee, but keep in mind, you're going to have to get an additional insurance policy for the strata itself. So as we go into the space here, and we take a look at it, it is a split level. We see some stairs here. This is all nice modern features. It looks like some extended height ceilings. You got speakers in the ceiling as well, and a lot of windows. A nice little area here for your TV, and really definite signs of where your house is used. Definite spaces are important. I like this. I have a very similar kitchen in my home with the white uppers, and it looks like a dark blue set of lowers. Gas range. It looks like a Fisher and Paykel stove. And then you have a little powder here on that main floor with the stairs going up. A huge primary, which is beautiful. That's a very large primary. We'll look at the dimensions, a built-in closet here, which is quite nice. So a lot of nice features here. You get a little bit of a patio on the top floor, and some other rooms here as well. This one does have a window. This might be a den. So this one doesn't have a window, so this might just be a flex space here, but they got the crib in there. It's another bedroom here, and the bathrooms, and a little bit of a patio here with your own address here. So this one, this property here, if we look at this, was renovated in 2019, and this is the freehold strata here as well that is listed by Angel and Hasmint with this. So 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. When you are looking at a concrete/wood option, a little bit larger than that condo in Cole Harbour, but the same price. So again, we're looking at different locations and different products to see what fits you in this $1.5 million range here as well. So we get out of this one here, and then let's look at what's closer to the $1 million market here. You can see we still have a few options down at that $1 million price for townhomes. So we're going to dive into this next one here. This is another property here in Mount Pleasant, and we're going to see if $500,000 makes that much of a difference. So we're going now to 788 square feet. This is quite small, 2-bedroom, 2-bath unit. And this one does have parking, and it does have a locker as well. So 529 East 6th Avenue, another really nice pocket in Vancouver, 5 years old, $3,100 in taxes, and $459 in your Strata V for your budgeting concerns here. So as we get into the unit itself, these ones are actually really close to where I have some rental properties. I saw these ones going up, a little bit of a multiplex property here in the Mount Pleasant area. This is about, I don't know, 2 or 3 blocks east of Main Street. And you can see it's going to have some of these nice newer finishes here. Everything's integrated, the nice island to keep up to date with that. You have a little bit of a split level. Let's see if this goes to a patio or if it's another living space here. But the dimensions are going to feel a little bit tight. You can kind of feel it in here in terms of it. But again, that's what you have. If you want something a little bit newer, you're going to have some smaller dimensions here as well. It does have some nice windows, floor to ceiling windows in the bedroom. And let's look at the specifications in terms of what these are. Beautiful bathrooms. I love the stonework. Nice big vanity here, big sink, lots of cabinetry, stuff that we are looking for. A nice medicine cabinet and above mount sink. So we can see with the finishes here, they're a little bit higher than normal. This is a floating toilet as well. So they've done a good job on that. You have a patio, and you're in a really good location where you are located here. So let's see if they have a floor plan on here that we can take a look at. So with this floor plan, let's zoom in so we can see what's going on. So the bedrooms here goes 10 foot 11 by 9 foot 2 and 9 foot 11 by 9 foot 3. So it's a little bit tight here. You got a small little window here, a little bit larger in the primary, and you do have the 2 bathrooms here. You have a powder right off the front, and then you have one that is shared between the 2 units here. A little bit tight here, 10 foot 9 width by 8 foot 10. So you're going to have to be, aware of that. But with buildings like this, if you're looking for something newer, you're definitely going to have to sacrifice on size. So you can see a pretty big difference. And definitely if we go into the townhouse section as compared to the condo section, what that difference is, you can see a lot, almost splitting the square footage in half between the two. Is $500,000 worth, that extra square footage? I think for some, if you have a family, that's going to make a huge difference with that. And then with that Cole Harbour designation too, you saw the differences between, a renovated older condo with a lot larger space, extra parking with some nice water views in comparison to, a Yaletown unit that's much smaller. So this is a really good representation if you're in that $1 million to $1.5 million range. What is available to you at the condo market, at the townhouse and duplex market? You do have those options. And if you need help going through that, book that call with me. It's in the QR code below. Scan it. The link is in the description. And if you need help adjusting this, watch this video here. It's all about traps when you're looking at buying duplexes here in Vancouver. I'll see you on the next one.